Well, everybody, as you guys can see, I definitely have quite a bit of fireworks here lying around. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys just some of the stuff that I have left over from last 4th of July. Now, yeah, guys, I know what you're probably thinking. This is a complete obsession right here, and I should definitely know it. And as a matter of fact, everyone, while I know it seems like a lot of fireworks in this stash, and it is a pretty early video in the season, I promise you, it is nowhere near the amount of fireworks that I actually buy throughout the year. If you guys are like me, then you'll definitely know what I mean by this. Yeah, I know it is a lot, and I do apologize that it's not very organized, but I will do my best real quickly to go through all of it and just kind of tidy up the presentation just so you guys can see it a little better. As a side note, guys, I do have to say I apologize that my room is a complete mess, and I definitely need to tidy it up a bit. Just thought I'd make a quick note of that, as there is stuff lying around everywhere. And with that, everybody, I don't believe this looks too much better in terms of the miniature organizing that I just did. I do have to say, everyone, there's just too many fireworks to go through right now. I hardly have any time to do that. But I hope that during just a little bit of presenting this, that you guys can get a gist of what some of the items I have are, and maybe some stuff to inspire you for the upcoming 4th of July year. And with that, everybody, I have managed to kind of organize this a little bit. I'd say it's not sorted too well, but hopefully the visuals are very appealing, and I can kind of go through these one by one and show you guys what I have for this 4th of July year. And I will say it is quite a handful. um, but I love fireworks, and anyone watching this video, hopefully you do too, and know what it's like to have an addiction of many items lying around that you just don't even have time for to light off. It just looks like Santa Claus came. You know, guys, if Christmas morning looked like this, I would be a little kid again. I mean, there is just so much stuff here, and it has been collected throughout the years. I'd say that some of this stuff even goes back to 2020. For example, I know I've had this box right here actually since like 2017, and I've always put fireworks in it as a tradition and kind of just kept them coming every year to fill this box back up again. Now, as I said, guys, I will give my best good faith attempt at presenting all the items in the stash to you, but I do apologize if I can't get around to showing absolutely everything, as there really is just a ton of stuff to go over, and hopefully you guys can bear with me through that. Now, starting off to the right here, guys, we have a bag that looks pretty random, and in fact, I would say it is in fact random, because I keep a little scrap bag around just to hold my loose firecrackers and firework items, as you guys can see. Yeah, like some of these are pretty dusty, and in fact, they have just been sitting around for years. Yeah, I have not had time to light off a lot of this loose stuff at all. And look at that right there, guys. You can see a little bottle rocket head has come loose. And there are just plenty of these things lying around in this bag, waiting to be lit off. Who knows, maybe I'll do a little video throwing these into a fire or something, just to see the chaos that unfolds. That'd be pretty cool. And I also have this little box, which I don't believe is anything too special. As you guys can see, I have some little rabbit scarer firecrackers, and I love these to death. They're basically some of my favorite firecrackers because they are super loud and definitely something that entertains me around this season. You guys can see right there, it definitely says warning explosive on it. And I think last year was the first time I was ever introduced to these firecrackers. They definitely have quite a pop to them, and I've presented them a few times on my firecracker lineup videos. Now I will go over some of the other firecracker and explosive items that I have in a minute, but just wrapping up this box right here super quick, I'm not really sure what this little bag is right here. I think it's just some other firecrackers and loose items. In fact, I think everything in this box is in fact just loose items. It's really nothing special. There's some disco flashes right there. And I do like strobing fireworks. They're pretty fun. And what is in here? I think there's a little hidden fireworks shell. Yeah, guys, I really do not have too many of these. I know it looks like I have a lot. Okay, but these are all salute shells. And unfortunately, I have to say this, guys, if all you had was salute shells on the 4th of July, it wouldn't be that colorful. And speaking of color, these right here are my only color canister shells that I have for the 4th of July. They're kind of falling out of my hands there. So, as you guys can see, it's really not too many things with color and awe and delight. It's really just a lot of bang and very spread out, small, colorful items. So, these right here are just basically firecrackers in this little orange bag. Guys, I have had a lot of this stuff just lying around throughout the years. And these ones I think are pretty sweet. These are the TNT M1000s. They're basically your very basic firecrackers that you can get at any fireworks store. And they really aren't the loud firecrackers. They're just the super simple, cheap little 50 milligram ones. As you guys know, some of the firecrackers like these are not as special as some of the loud ones like this. And guys, that's simply because these are overload items, and I don't have a whole lot of them. But when they come around, they're super detrimental and quite fun to have. And well, everyone, I do believe to wrap up, one of the better things I have in this orange bag right here is this entire gigantic brick of Black Cat firecrackers. Now guys, every single year these come around and they're just the pack of 100s that you light off and they go up super quick. They're just the firecracker strips. And I think I have some more in here. Unfortunately, everyone, a lot of this stuff is pretty loose, but I like having fireworks regardless if they're organized or not. That's kind of cool. I didn't even know I had this still. This used to be one of my favorite firecrackers. It came in the Quacker Pack a really long time ago, but the fuse on there kind of died out, and I've just kind of kept it as a relic. It's really nothing that special. But yeah, there's some other firecrackers in here too, like these lit dynamites. And these ones are definitely loud. They are much better than your consumer ordinary firecrackers. And the first time I lit one off, it freaked me out. That's also kind of neat that I have this other little strobing item down here. Check it out, guys. It has some like Chinese writing on it, and it says 60-second green strobe. I'll admit, guys, I have some pretty weird stuff lying around. And chances are, if I just went through some of it, I could probably make some better videos. Well guys, after that, there is in fact this box right here that has a ton of fireworks in it. As you guys can see, they're really just a bunch of random loose fireworks that I have yet to kind of look over. Throughout different occasions, guys, I've kind of just placed random fireworks in this box. As you guys can see, yeah, there is just a ton of little novelty items kind of spread out in here. And I'm really liking kind of the look over of this. Like I said before, everyone, whether or not the fireworks are organized, even just seeing a really big pile like this is super happy and inspiring. And then this right here is just a little flower pot of bottle rockets. Yeah, I do like to call them flowers because whether or not there's something you'd give to your girlfriend, I would say that this is guy flowers. And guys, when do bottle rockets ever get boring? Yeah, look at all of them in there, and I've kind of just placed them in this little 200-gram cake. Again, guys, it's just too many fireworks that I have lying around, and chances are, when this year comes and goes, I will probably have double this, and a lot of the stuff still will not have been lit off. But it's just a theme of the past that just keeps continuing. Now this right here, guys, may just look like an ordinary storage box, but it does actually have a bunch of smoke bombs in it. I will get to that in a minute, but guys, this little box up here really just has a ton of other small items. And they're really not too big, but they are some pretty interesting novelty items. Like, for example, I have these nice little Harry Potter candle sparklers right here that are super nice. Okay, so they're actually the Ollie's wands, and yeah guys, there are 5 in there. And these things are very beautiful and majestic. They're basically a sparkler, but they have a very thick and packed amount of sparks that they emit. And very similarly, everyone... Oh, there go my salute rockets. There are also the Pyroland sparklers, which I think are very close match to those Ollie wands right there. I mean, these things really are super enriched with titanium sparks. They're very colorful and bright at nighttime, which is why I'd recommend using them. Well, since you guys already saw the salute rockets, yeah, so this little box up here just has some random items in it. I don't think they're anything too special, but yeah, we got some buzz bombs in this little pack. Some other twister spinner fireworks like these Wonder helicopters. And yeah, you can see there's 3 of them in there. Really just a ton of different spinning and novelty devices. Like, what is this right here? Oh yeah, I forgot I actually got this at Louie Louie's stand at Boom City. These are the stubby charcoal crayon fireworks, and yeah, I think they're just smoke bombs if I'm not mistaken. But other than that, it's really nothing too much more. Just a box of a bunch of random fireworks, as you guys can see. And I also have some more Dominator Big Bees, which these are probably my favorite spinners that go up and go boom. And for a long time, everyone, I was hesitant to buy these from the price. They actually came from Pyroland, but as soon as I got them, I did not regret it. I mean, if you guys have ever lit a spinner off before and they have a report to them, you'll know that they're pretty loud. But these things, guys, have an absolute concussion behind them. Like, you will feel it in your chest when they blow up. I always end up laughing like crazy just because of how insane they are. And I get them every year because they really do pack a punch. I do have to say, everyone, it is very cluttered and packed, so I do apologize for the 10th time that it is not organized. And yeah, look, right here we got some tanks, and I believe this is a whole pack of tanks. I'm not sure if I've gotten it open before, and it looks like I have. You can really see it's nothing too special, but yeah, guys, there are a bunch of tanks in here that I have not lit off yet. And who knows, maybe I'll never end up lighting them off. For any of those of you who go insanely overboard with big stashes like this, you'll know that some of the items you have lying around you tend to forget about. And it really is just one of those things where sometimes I have stuff lying around and I always forget that it's there. I have to say, hopefully it's something I don't repeat too often, as I do want to get through all these fireworks in the meantime. Hopefully this year, guys, I will light off a lot of these fireworks. It really just depends on if I can get around to all of them, because, yeah, there are so many. Well, right here we got a whole pack of sparklers, so that's pretty cool. These hen-laying eggs, which are pretty traditional, and I do love getting them every year. As you guys can see, it's basically just a little chicken firework that looks like this. And when you light the fuse, it basically makes a little squeak sound and an egg comes out. Super fun for the kids, and I used to light these things off all the time. And yeah, well, with this big box right here nearly out of the way, I'm gonna go ahead and get this out of here so we can go ahead and look at what's down here. Alright, now the big box. So, this is a little bit of an interesting backstory. I ended up buying this from a fireworks stand owner a pretty long time ago. And I've had these smoke bombs lying in here for ages. And yeah, everyone, this is basically just a ton of smoke bombs in this box. And I have a 4th of July that could last for ages with these. So this right here is basically just the entire box of smoke bombs. And I'm going to show you guys how many there are in here. After undoing that tape, yeah guys, take a look at all of these in here, if I can get it open. It's basically just packs and packs of smoke balls in this box. I believe there's 12 of them in here. 12 packs of 6 smoke bombs, and I have this entire case of smoke bombs. So I'm really just gonna have to get creative this year and probably do a video on lighting off a ton of these at once. Let me know if you guys would like something like that. Either way, I am starting to swim in fireworks, so I'm going to try to make my way over here as easily as possible. In fact, I could maybe start putting some of this back into the box, just because it is getting a little crowded. Alright everyone, so with what we've got left, this right here is a rocket assortment. Quite a pack of rockets in there. I have lit some of them off already. This right here is the over-the-top fireworks assortment, and there are a lot of different bottle rockets in here. I do have to say, they just range from medium ones to large ones like this. And I don't know what it is with rockets, everyone, but this is an endless amount of fun just awaiting. I'll probably never get bored of rockets, just because the trajectory they have, and even if they're cheap, you know, it doesn't even matter. They're just so fun to light off. You can see this one's another little smaller variation. And these packs of rockets, if you can get them cheap, I definitely recommend getting them. Because sometimes, guys, there's rockets in these assortments like this that you can't find individually. And if any of you actively buy fireworks like I do, then you'll know what I mean by that. Now right here, guys, this is what I've got left. Basically, just some backpack assortments that have a bunch of little small fun fireworks in there. And this would be 1 out of 3 that I have total. I think I might actually have... Oh yeah, because there is also one up here, so that makes 4 backpack assortments, and I've been collecting these because, as you guys know, backpack assortments have tons of small fireworks in them, which makes it really nice. Because if you guys like to light stuff off one by one and keep your 4th of July lasting, this is the way to go. Basically, each of these backpack assortments have tons of small little novelty fireworks. They also have some fountains and tanks, and I think some spinners as well, like some ground blooms. And this tank right here, guys, yeah, it just looks so lightable, right? And just as we saw earlier, I have even more tanks than this, so I'm not worried about getting too many of these backpack assortments again this year. But as it always turns out, sometimes my words deceive me, and I end up buying way more fireworks anyway. And there we go, guys, with another wholesale item. This is going to be spectacular to reveal. Okay, so another interesting backstory on this one. I did end up purchasing an entire pack of these Mad Ox buzz balls, and there are a ton in here. And it's just one of those things, everyone, that I need to make a video on and maybe get creative. So just for perspective on how many zip fireworks are in this box, well, as you guys can see, yep, this is the box right here. And there's basically 4 trays of these 6 packs of buzz balls, and you know, it is just a lot of them. Guys, this is only the first tray I am getting out. Look at that, there is another one. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. There is even more in here. And as you guys can see, yeah, we've got even more zip fireworks. This guy's right here is an absolute obsession if I don't go ahead and light these off this year. But of course, that is all figurative, as even if I have tons of these fireworks and don't do anything with them, at least there's a bunch of positivity wrapped around it. As it's better to have fireworks lying around and not lighting them off than not having fireworks at all. Well, there it is, everybody. There is the final box of fireworks. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys very briefly. And this should, in fact, conclude the fireworks stash, I think? I mean, there might be a couple extra items I didn't show. But hopefully this is a pretty good cover of all of the stuff that I have. And yeah, guys, getting this box open, take a look at this. It basically just looks like Christmas decorations. And in a way, it kind of is. Because look at all of these novelty items. Guys, these are actually the Peacemaker spinners. And yeah, guys, I absolutely love these spinners to death because they're super loud. They go in the air, and they're very tangible to those Big Bees that I saw earlier. Where'd they go? Yeah, so these right here, these Dominator Big Bees, they're very similar in performance. In fact, I don't know which one exactly is better. I'd say the Big Bees are slightly louder, actually. But these Peacemaker spinners right here are actually a very close match, as I've never seen anything like them. For their performance and loudness, I have a ton of them in this box, as well as tons of these Jumbo Crackling Ball assortments. This is just a little pack of 3, and I think I have some more. Yeah, everyone, it's basically just an entire pile of stuff in here. And I really need to go over it. It is kind of crazy just how much stuff is lying around still. And I actually feel bad that it's not presented and neatly shown to you guys, but hopefully this video, whether or not it relates to you guys or not each year when it comes to fireworks and you have so much stuff lying around, Hopefully, it gives you some insight on what it's like to be a true pyro who loves and cares so dearly for 4th of July. Well, that wraps up this video, everyone. My room is a complete mess now, but I'm gonna go ahead and go to bed happy knowing that I have a ton of these fireworks, regardless of whether or not they're organized. I will say, guys, I'm probably right about earlier when I said I would go out and buy more fireworks and do the same thing, doubling this entire pile right here and not even lighting it off. But unfortunately, it's just a common theme that happens, and you really just can't do anything about it as somebody who deeply cares about 4th of July and the fireworks that they have. I do thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.